Christina Koch, welcome to the Daily Social Distancing Show. And I guess more importantly, welcome back to Earth.
Thank you very much. It is great to be with you, and it's great to be back on Earth too.
You were out in space for the longest mission that a female astronaut has ever undertaken. You have now since returned. Was there a little part of you that regrets coming back with everything that's going on in the world?
I have to feel like a little part of me always wishes I were in space. I've kind of felt that way since I was really young, actually, my entire life. So that part of me is definitely feeling that way, but it's great to be back on Earth. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I will say, living through this is probably one of the most amazing things I will have lived through. I would never wish for it to happen, but seeing how people are coming together and getting through it together is really a great thing to witness in person.
Let's talk a little bit about your journey into space, your journey in space, and then, the journey coming home. Spending 11 months in space is no easy undertaking, especially because of what happens to your body. I remember when I went out to visit NASA, they told me about what happens to the astronauts physically, mentally. You have to try and work out in zero gravity. A lot of it actually sounded like social distancing and what we have to do here on Earth. How do you prevent yourself from going stir crazy when you're stuck in that small environment for so long?
Definitely. I think it's all about how you frame it and your attitude, just like now with what we're going through. For me, one of the tricks was to put the right thing on repeat in my head. So if I found myself putting on repeat in my head, man, I sure do wish I could just have a latte or something ridiculous like that.
Right.
I would replace it with something that is unique about what I have now that I can never have again. Wow, I'm really going to be bummed out when I can't look at these auroras from space anymore. And, put something on repeat into your head that serves you, that actually kind of flips it so that instead of thinking, oh, I'm so over this, when's it going to be over? You're actually thinking, wow, I want to savor every moment.
Oh, that's interesting. So at home, we have to be sitting here and then try and think of the positives. Oh, wow, I'll be so sad when I have to hug people I don't like anymore.
That's right. For introverts,
just positive thinking. Just keep the positive thinking going. You made history in more than one way out in space, because not only were you the first woman to spend as long as you did in space on a mission, you also embarked on the first all-female spacewalk, which made headlines because for us on Earth, it was mind-blowing when we found out that there couldn't be an all-woman spacewalk before, because the spacesuits weren't designed for different body types, which is a very strange thing to discover. You think NASA has everything, and that seemed like a giant oversight. Did it feel like history for you when you were doing this, or was it just a mission and then it's sunk in when you got home?
I would say that it sunk in more after the spacewalk. Jessica Meir and I were honored to be able to do that. It's a really demanding thing, both mentally and physically. You're in the spacesuit for 12 hours straight. You're doing really hard work in the spacesuit for 7 hours straight. And so really, there was not any time for being, I guess, concerned with some of the other aspects of what we were doing. I think we recognized it. We took that moment to take it in. I'll never forget when we both came out of the airlock, we caught each other's eyes and we knew what we were doing. And it was a really special moment, but then we got right down to work. So afterwards, realizing the outpouring of support, that people were paying attention, that it was inspiring people, that was where we really were able to take a step back and recognize what a huge honor it was that we could both, honor those that came before us, that paved the way for us, and hopefully inspire the next generation.
I've always wanted to know this from an astronaut, but I don't get to talk to many of you because there's only like 10 of you. Is Earth more beautiful during the day or at night when you're looking at it from space?
Right. Hard to pick just one. I would say the Earth itself is more beautiful when you're on the daylit side, but the universe and the cosmos and everything you can see outside of Earth, including the auroras above the atmosphere, is probably more dazzling during the night passes.
So where to next? I mean, you've now gone out into space for this long. When you look at NASA and its programs, when you look at what the astronauts are looking to, what is your vision personally, and what are you looking to next as part of the greatest space collective? What do you hope to achieve?
Well, my favorite part about being on board on the space station was contributing and giving back. And luckily, I'm still able to do that at NASA. So I'm doing it through a series of debriefs. I'll have a ground job. So staying with NASA and continuing to contribute to human spaceflight is what I'm personally interested in doing. NASA as a whole is working on the Artemis program, which is going to be getting people back on the moon and having a sustained presence there in a new place. And then taking that and capitalizing on it and investing further and going deeper into space, hopefully going back to Mars. one day in the not too distant future. We're looking to land on the moon by 2024. So it's a really exciting time to be a part of NASA. We're also doing commercial launches, so launching from US soil to get astronauts to and from the space station, taking all the science we did up there, applying it back to Earth and applying it to these future missions. It's just a really exciting time to be a part of it.
Wow. That you just made it sound like it's going to be the most exciting time, when in fact we're already living in the most exciting time. So you've made me more excited for the things that are happening and are going to happen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Enjoy social distancing with us, and thank you for giving us that perspective.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's been great to be with you.